Now we have come to number 11 in our 12 module program on interview skills. Right from the beginning we have seen how varieties of questions starting from introducing yourself to finding out more about your personality has been used as questions to get ideas about yourself and your knowledge and competence in an interview. The interviewer is trying to find out various perspectives of your character, of your education, and your competence. You must give them the best possible impression about all these aspects, starting from your education to your skills, to your strengths, everything. In this module, we have almost reached a point where the recruiter is quite serious about your candidature. They have realized that yes, here is a candidate worth interviewing. So let us ask some points, let us ask some questions which will make them focus on the job itself. So they might ask, are you open to relocating? Suppose you live in Delhi and the job is in Bangalore or Mumbai or Chennai. You are interviewing in Delhi because you live in Delhi, the company headquarters are in Delhi. But there are no positions open in the Delhi office. They think you are a good candidate. They think you are suitable for the job. Only then they ask this question. Are you open to relocating? Relocating would mean change your location. Go from this place to that place. Of course, I mentioned capital cities. Suppose this is a firm, a company which has offices in small towns, in rural areas. So when they ask a city student, a city fresher, boy or girl, are you willing to relocate? They usually get scared or they are hesitant. They hesitate so much and they say, no, we are not able to relocate. Then you lose the job because there is no position for you. The position which was not mentioned possibly in the advertisement. In the recruitment notice, they might not have given you clear idea about where the job opening is. So now they are asking you, if we give you a job and post you in a different place, are you willing to go to that different place? Here you have to give an answer which is yes, because if you are serious about this job and if you are the kind of person who's willing to live anywhere in the world, then only you are suitable for this job. Because unless you relocate, there is no position. So if you say no, automatically the result of the interview is known already. They have not selected you, because if they give you the offer letter, they will post you in another city or another town or district or village. So you need to go there. And are you willing to go? If you say that you are willing to relocate in the interview and when you get the offer letter, you reject it, that is wrong. We should never do that. Because if we occupy that post, if the letter comes to us, then the whole interview process has been wasted, because out of 20 candidates they selected you. Now you say no, they have to start looking again. This is unethical. We have to be very ethical in a job interview. So if you do this in 2 or 3 places, your reputation in all companies is spoiled. They will say that don't choose this person because this person is not willing to do what we tell that person to do. Now, relocating is one question. They might ask you, are you willing to travel? Suppose you assume that the job is in a single office. They say, no, 1 or 2 years you will work here, 6 months we will send you somewhere, and then again you will come back here, then again for 2 years we will send you somewhere, transferable. Or constantly you have to travel. Every week you have to go to another center, the project field work, and you have to come back to the main office after 2 weeks for a month or 2. So you're constantly traveling. So are you a good traveler? Are you willing to travel? Not only in your state, near your city, but all over. If you are willing to travel, then the job is for you. These questions are asked for those candidates who they think have a good chance of getting the job. That is what you have to remember. So you have to think carefully that if I'm applying for this job with a preconceived idea, with a prepared mind that this job means this. If they suggest something different, I'm going to be confused. I'm going to not be able to make a decision. I told you how important decision making is. So here again, if you look confused, or if you say, yes, I may travel or I may not travel, I don't know whether I like traveling, but if you insist I will travel, that means you don't have a mind of your own. You don't have an opinion of your own. This is not going to get you selected. So choose properly to answer these questions honestly by exploring your mind before the interview, whether you are willing to do these things like relocating or traveling or occupying a transferable post, etc. Families are broken by transfers. Lot of energy is also invested in a transfer. So you have to be aware of all this. Now, if you are experienced, they might ask you a question about your earlier responsibility, your earlier job, or why you are leaving that job, why you want to work in this company when you already have a similar job in another company. These are all trick questions which you have to be very careful in answering. 2 points which I want to mention in this. One is, never make a negative criticism, and the second is, be as honest as possible. Say the positives honestly and don't mention the negatives. Just ignore what was negative and mention the positives. If you do this, then what happens is that they get a perspective that although your life is full of positives and negatives, you choose the positive. If the glass is full of water, then somebody might say it is half full. If it is only half, somebody might say half empty. The person who says full is optimistic. The person who says empty is pessimistic. The word half is common to both. But what they are looking for, what the recruiter is looking for, is you don't say half full or half empty. You take some water and fill that glass and make it full. Your contribution, you're making it full, not half full. That is what they are looking for. So if your current job, which you're holding, which you're planning to leave and come to this company, you have to make it like that I contributed so much. I want to contribute here also. And you have to be very rational in your comparison of these two companies. A very common question is often asked, what do you know about our company? Here what I told you earlier about your research, background research before applying for the job, before sending your application or your resume. That is important. Do a lot of research Now you can answer this question very well because you know about the company. Let us end at this point the module 11.